Okay, hello. How is everyone? Good to be here. Just make sure you can hear me, see me, and then we'll start to get ready. All good. Thank you, Tanya. That's very kind of you. Loud and clear from Ken Pringle and Chris Johnson. I can hear you. Peter Rogers is there. Hi, Pete. How you doing? Brian Quirk. Hi, Red as well. Okay, cool. So today, Friday the 13th. Of October. Hope everybody is getting through their Friday the 13th unscathed. Had a couple of bits, but nothing major for me. So all good in the Redfern household, I'm glad to say. So as titled for this session, it is Let's Digest. Why? Because obviously yesterday I did the recap of Mufareh coming on ONPASSIVE 360. And today I just wanted to talk a little more about it all, about things that I heard and kind of what my understanding of it all is really for us going forward and all the rest of it. I've had a quick look around, nothing to report as far as the ecosystem is concerned or in OFounders. The one thing in OFounders is Gusminder Dillon did do a pop-up there yesterday. If you haven't seen it, it's just above the recap that Daryl Cook, Peter Sergiu and Janet Butler did, which was excellent, by the way, and came out very, very quickly. We're also just now a couple of days away, 3 days away now from the GTEx show that's happening in Dubai. This is a big show. It's massive, in fact, and it is the largest in the world. And I was reading a little bit about it yesterday, and there's over 6,000 participants, that is stall holders, that are showing their wares at this startup and technology show that's happening over in Dubai. And I did say it was over 2 arenas. It's actually going to be in 4 locations, and this is on for 4 days, and ONPASSIVE are a big part of what's going on over there. So it's a huge deal, and I'm sure through our CMO Mohammed Nassal and the corporate ONPASSIVE as well, we will get further updates when it is. If you are a follower of Mohammed Nassal on Twitter, he normally updates us on there pretty quickly, and many of us here share it out all over the rest of different social media networks as well to keep you completely up to date. So that's certainly going on at the moment, and obviously other things. Let's talk to you then about 360. Let's talk to you about our CEO coming on and what he had to say. Now, there was some really good points, and reading between the lines, one of them was when he was saying about people wanting a slice of the ONPASSIVE cake. Now, reading between the lines of what he was saying is he knew that we are living in a corrupt society from the very top to the very bottom, and this is part and parcel of the reasons of why ONPASSIVE was born, to try and make a correction to that corruption that is going on there at the moment. And he is definitely pushing against the tide, pushing against the norm, and obviously this is ruffling a few feathers in different areas, not only of what he's trying to do, but then he's got the other side of things of people trying to literally bribe and buy their way into ONPASSIVE to have a slice of the ONPASSIVE cake. Now, obviously that's not how ONPASSIVE operate. It's not what ONPASSIVE is about, and he is getting it from all corners. We heard from him about the payment processors and about how these companies are literally holding his money. Now, I did have one occasion with Stripe, which was the merchant that we used in my company for my business we had in Spain, and they withheld my funds, obviously on a completely different scale to ONPASSIVE, but they and I had to prove certain things before they released my funds. And when you get to the scale of what is happening with ONPASSIVE, I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm pretty convinced they are extremely large with a capital L, and that those funds get withheld. It does cause problems, and this is why we then move to a second payment processor who talk the talk, but again aren't walking the walk. And it was interesting for him to say that with all their best intentions of what they are saying, they're really not coming up with the goods, and he was prepared to give them a few more days to iron out the solutions that the problem was having with them withholding the money once again. Otherwise, he will be going down a completely different route, which reading between the lines is something that he had envisioned and wanted to do a long time ago, but that is just accelerating the fact of what he is going to try and achieve as far as having in-house processors for payments. Obviously, he hasn't said that directly, but he certainly gave that impression on 360. So has it caused a blockage? As I said yesterday, a logjam? Yes, it has, because we cannot roll out any other paid products until the payment processes are flowing correctly, and that is money flowing in and also money flowing out. So if you are one of the people who have actioned a withdrawal specifically to your bank accounts, okay, this is still on hold because ONPASSIVE haven't got the funds to push it to your bank accounts, because it's all been held by 2 merchants at the moment. With cryptocurrency, yes, that is trickling through, and I do know that many people have had crypto wallets. Chris, check the chat. So there is many people that have had that already, which is fantastic to hear. Due to popular belief, it's not everybody that I know of. There's many people who have contacted me privately and also on the group, saying that they had received their cryptocurrency. What it's all about is being part of the company that is to bring what we are to fruition commercially, and all that we are doing is we are just waiting at the moment. So, oh, I'm breaking up apparently.
Surprised with the weather.
Yeah, it's absolutely lashing it down here. Okay, we should be all right again. Just make sure you can hear me and see me okay, or am I still breaking up? Okay, thanks for that, Chris. Right then, so let's go on to the other parts, okay, which is what I took from, it's absolutely lashing it down here, by the way, that's probably why it's breaking up. From when our CEO came on, and that was the other things that he is looking towards coming out within the next few days. And this is, for me, a big plus, a big part of why we should be extremely excited. He mentioned that OVerify for the people within the ecosystem is going to be there within a few days, and also the B2B reselling of OVerify, so business to business, will be there obviously when the merchants are all back online and that's working correctly, because we will be able to resell OVerify to businesses to use and that will be on a commissionable basis as well. Obviously, you will have to buy it first to resell it. But for us as founders, affiliates, customers, guess what? It is completely free. And we will then go through the process of verifying ourselves within the ecosystem. And I'm pretty convinced we will have like a blue tick or something next to our name to show that we are 100% verified. This is always going to be the case within the ecosystem, to make sure that every single person who is there is a real person and that the verification has been done. And there is going to be obviously a time limit as far as the verification is concerned and to what access you have for it. All of those details, guys, will be given to us, so don't worry about them. It will all be explained, and every single country that you are in will have different ways of verifying yourselves. So where and how we verify ourselves here in the UK will not be the same as Papua New Guinea, for instance, because obviously our documentation here is different to your documentation. But the company know this, and they have certainly made sure that every single country will be able to verify themselves correctly, legally and legitimately through OVerify into the ecosystem. So that's really good news. That is coming. Also, he mentioned about the next phase or the next rollout of OConnect. In fact, he went as far as to say that the next upgrade of OConnect, which could happen as soon as next Tuesday, is going to make OConnect sell like absolute hotcakes. So looking forward to that. We already know a few bits and pieces about what that next rollout is going to be because of what he's talked about: noise reduction, noise cancellation, let's get it right. He already showed us that you can mute directly off the speaker's square on the panel, and also the video and microphone at the same time. New resounds, you can record your own resounds. We can also have live rewind and also external as well to other areas. I think, not sure about Facebook, but certainly back to YouTube, linking that in. So lots and lots of changes happening as far as OConnect is concerned. I think you'll all agree that those of us who have been using OConnect regularly have seen how much more stable it is, how without the buffering. This is because every day it gets better and better, more tweaking. They know what they're looking for, and they adjust things to make it a much smoother operation altogether. So that's great to see that's happening. Also, what else? Connect. He also, what else did he mention? He mentioned about the paid products which are ready and waiting to come in, which is ODesk and OTracker. They are finished, and they are obviously waiting on the payment processes to become smoother and everything working correctly, so that they will be able to purchase them. There's no point in releasing them, is there, if the normal ways of purchasing things aren't available, and that is obviously through cards, credit cards, debit cards, Visa, MasterCard and Amex. Okay, also, what else did I want to bring to the table for you today? Let me just think a little bit. Got a bit of a mind brain freeze at the moment, I'm afraid. What else was there? There was something else. Red is still here. Yes, I am. I hope that my internet is okay. I'm sure it is. If not, you'll have to watch the recording because it'll be on there. What else was I going to say? Can't remember now. I was going to talk about that, and that's fine. That's about it, I think. Can't see if there's anything else. All here to help. I had to block somebody today on my messenger, and I did it on Facebook as well, because we were being used as personal secretaries, I suppose. We're here to help how and when we can. We have every single day, we have literally hundreds of either emails or messages or personal calls that people reach out to us, and we assist in any way we can. But one thing we're not, guys, is can you bring us up to date because I haven't logged in, or I didn't see it, or what does this mean, and all the rest of it. All the answers are there. We do daily lives, we post on social media, we do videos, share videos. All the information is there. What we are not is a personal secretary to some people who just want to be brought up to date because they cannot be bothered to go looking for the information themselves. And when you push back against this and they get irate with you, then this is not acceptable. So I had to do that today, unfortunately. It's not something I do like doing, but when I think things are unreasonable, then and people are rude, then unfortunately, as Tanya said, there are some limits, and when I reach my limits, that's it. Bye. Not going to spend any more of my time helping people. Also, somebody else reached out to me, and this is something I want to clarify, and that was about the individuals who have been true ONPASSIVians for a very long time, who work diligently and tirelessly behind the scenes helping people, but haven't got many people or even zero in their teams, but they are true ONPASSIVians. They believe in the project, they believe in what ONPASSIVE is trying to achieve, and they are wholeheartedly 100% in. And some of them were a little disconcerted of Ash's comments and remarks as of another bonus coming to the doers and leaders within ONPASSIVE. Now, I am here and I am going to tell you that every single person in ONPASSIVE, if you have been engaged, if you have been helping, if you are logging into your ecosystems on a regular basis, if you are leaving comments on social media, in ONet, you are following the webinars and all of the rest of them, you are in a very good place. And I am convinced and sure that the company is going to make sure that you, if you are one of these people, will be rewarded in some way. Colonel Daniel Lee, thank you so much, my friend, for your super sticker. That's very kind of you. This is exactly what ONPASSIVE was designed for. The 98% who completely suck at marketing, who cannot build teams, who cannot sell anything or anything like that. This is exactly why people joined ONPASSIVE. Okay, and I am convinced once again that ONPASSIVE will make sure that these people will be rewarded in their own way, whether that is people from the pool being placed in their organization, or whether it's a thank you in some way, shape or form. I do not know, but isn't that what ONPASSIVE was designed for? The little person who believes in ONPASSIVE, believes in what it's trying to do, who has stuck through it thick and thin to where we are now today. I am convinced that you will all be rewarded by the company in one way, shape or form, in their own way. So let's not jump to any conclusions at this stage. We don't know what is going to happen moving forward. We don't know what they have in store for us, but if you are a believer of ONPASSIVE, let's believe in what they are trying to achieve and trust that they know more than me or other people what they are saying. So let's stick with it. Let's enjoy the journey. Let's continue to enjoy where we are. And I am sure that all of the problems as far as the processes, etc., will get ironed out very, very shortly. So coming up for the rest of the day, we've got Chris and Marty. They are continuing to do their thing at the top of the hour at 5, which is 12 Eastern. They're doing a joint one once again. And then this afternoon, I got the timing wrong yesterday. You'll have to look in the back, but I know that Andy Burks and them did one at 2 p.m. Eastern, which instead of the 3 p.m. Eastern, not at 4. So I'm not quite sure. You'll have to check the back office for that, but I'm sure Rob Lynn are doing their 9 p.m. and Minnow is doing 9:30. I did hear on the grapevine, talking of Minnow, that the boys won last night. Obviously, they had their thinking caps on, or did extra blokes turn up? I'm not quite sure which one it was. Or were they more blokey type questions? I have no idea. But I'm sure it's good fun. I wish it wasn't at the time at 2:30 a.m. for me, because otherwise I would come on. But 2:30 is not happening in the Redfern family for me staying up, unless there is a corporate webinar. I can get up for corporate webinars at 2:30 a.m, but I'm not going to do it at that sort of time. Surinder Saho, thank you so much for your super sticker. And Sebastian Wojcinski. Hello, Seb. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you there. And thanks for your super sticker. Good to see you. I knew Seb actually from before ONPASSIVE, actually. Nice to see you're still here, my friend. Thank you very much for your super sticker. That's very kind of you. Maybe nobody then. Sultan Senin. There you go. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for that. Saturday tomorrow, all being well, I'll do a live tomorrow, unless something pops up, and I'll try and take Sunday off and circle back round for another Monday Fun Day with Jane and myself on Monday. Keep plugged in, guys. Keep logging in. If I hear or see anything, you guys will be the first to hear from it. Okay, let's stay tuned and go and see Chris and Marty at the top of the hour. That's it from me. Bye for now.